We are going to start this lovely Labor Day weekend day by installing some decals. Alright, that didn't take long for problem number one. The stickers we have are these, and because of that it's going to end up kind of like right there. So I think I have to punch that out and stick it over that. I don't know how good that's going to look over the screws, but good enough for now. Alright, this is far from perfect, but it will have to do until we get the plane painted. I guess if we were going to order these, I would get a sticker that has an inside diameter cutout of 4 3/4 or bigger, and then an outside diameter cutout of no bigger than 8 1/2, so it clears this rivet. That way it can sit on that flat area, or some kind of other decal. I don't know what's available out there, but making this work for now. Oh my god, this is so much more fun than putting safety wire on turnbuckles or redoing the wing harnesses. Alright, in case you're wondering how it's done, I think George printed these. His friend printed these on a Cricut printer. I've never used one, but what you do is print them out, follow those instructions. Then this is called transfer tape. New skill set to grasp the concept. Get the dust off of it, and because these stickers are obviously on this and you don't want to peel them off individually and put them on, you take this transfer tape, which I guess is a little stickier than the sticky onto the wax paper that's on. I might need my glasses for this. This doesn't actually have to stay too clean because it's going to come off again anyway. And make this bigger than that piece, obviously. I like to use a roller. Get the letters to stick real good onto this. And we'll step over into the operating room. And keep things simple, I just take the tape, use that as a guideline. I mean, obviously you can measure it and put it wherever you want, but this is quick and easy. Pretty close to where the factory has it. I already wiped this side down before when I did the other side, but obviously we want to make sure there's no. Oh, there's some junk here. I'm going to actually sand that off. Alright, back to our regularly scheduled program. Sanded the high spots off so they don't leave like pimple looking things from behind. Then you take this, and sometimes it doesn't, it wants to stick to the white paper, so you kind of just do it at a sharp angle. At this point you want to make sure that no crud gets on there. There we go. And then with precision focus, all right, and you kind of press it from the middle out. Obviously you don't have much to go this way, but definitely can go up. Try and squeeze as many bubbles out as possible. You, unlike the low lead stickers, you cannot wet apply this because she won't stick to that. So, using the rubber roller. Just be careful it doesn't pull off with that. I like going at an angle. I find if you go parallel with like flat surface, it tends to want to lift it, or at least if it does lift it, you can kind of tell before it's too late and push it back down. If that makes any sense. I like using the roller versus a squeegee because, oh, looks like I have a little bubble there. The bubbles, yeah, you kind of want to get out with the squeegee. A lot of the new film, I don't know what this is, actually has little grooves underneath it to let air out, like they use for vinyl wrapping cars. This doesn't seem to be that kind of film. So you can apply it dry basically, but when you're happy, don't pull this way, just let the rolling pressure do it. And there you have it, she's outbound. Making stuff straight on a round surface is always a challenge. So I took a piece of scrap Lexan. It's kind of a straight edge. This actually does taper a little bit. I just mirrored it from the other side, which is fine. I think that's pretty irrelevant. Put a piece of tape here. Oh, that's too low. I'm kind of eyeballing it with the bottom of the wing. It just happens to work out great that way. It's like 2 or 3 inches thick. So line it up with the bottom of the light. And again, that's just what I'm doing, and literally eyeball it. The bottom of the wing and bottom of the light. Draw a little line here. I decided to go 3 inches back from the light there. I think it was like 26 and 5/8 forward, just as reference to make sure we're not way off, and then this will go in there. Quick, erase the magic marker line before anybody realizes it's crooked. Perfect. Kinda. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty feel-good moment. Oh yeah, can't forget about these. They go on the door. Always gets more challenging as the build progresses. We got 2 different colors. Not only that, but we got to put them on the same transfer tape and then put them on. But that's what these alignment dots are for, I think. So I opted for 2.5 inches up from the bottom and 1 tape width in, and that dimension is to where the lettering starts and the arrow starts. Seems to be a pretty good spot, I think. Oh crap, do I have the arrow going the right way? Let's open. Told you it gets more challenging. We're up to the 3-piece stickers, and these have the X's to align them. You just got to kind of make sure that the white stuff doesn't overlap. She's been ransified. So while we're talking about stickers and sticky stuff, I think I'm going to put a bead of 2216. It can be painted, so I'm gonna fill that in now. That's what I'm doing with the tape. I'll put a line, and then that way that can cure, and when it gets painted it all just blends. There, you got a nice little fillet going there, and that stuff is paintable, so it should just blend in. Now is the waiting game. Make sure no bubbles arise, but it takes about 4 hours for it to solidify, and that should be good by the time we go home. Next up is the wing tips. They're only held on by a couple of bolts for now, so I'm going to finalize the wiring in there, tidy it up, tighten it, put some dielectric grease on it. Now also got to figure out how to glue these things in. More gluing. So that wasn't actually as bad as I remembered it potentially could have been. The lens clips right behind these rivets here, so as long as you get it above those rivets, you can pull it out this way. And obviously this bolt for the light that goes here is easy to get to, and this one over here is not too bad. Now I did scuff the edge of this with some Scotch-Brite. I'm trying to figure out how to put a nice bead of silicone around there and slide it in without getting all over the lens. So I think what I'll do, trying to get silicone on here and then slide this in without making a big mess. So what I might do is just actually put silicone across the top and bottom. That doesn't matter as much if it gets messy. Then slide this in to this point, fill in the rest of the silicone, and in theory, once it clicks in, it should seal itself up against the leading edge, the inside of the leading edge. Alright, that technique worked pretty good. Except for fat fingers getting some silicone on the inside there. But yeah, you can kind of slide it in position. I also rounded off the edges of the aluminum here just so, I don't know, when they paint it, paint sticks better maybe. But yeah, you can see on the inside, you know, where the silicone adheres. I think we got really good coverage in there, so happy with that. Side 2 is done as well. And now that I'm looking at this design, I guess you probably want to make sure that these are as watertight as can be, because if water does get in here, it has no way of draining out. The dihedral slopes that way, which means the only place it's going to end up is right here. So, things that make you go, You might chalk this off as overkill, but I think it makes sense. Can't hurt. What I'm doing is I'm putting some dielectric grease into the back of these. It helps dissipate the water, maybe prolong any corrosion that might be caused. kind of fill them up. The inside and the back side, wipe the excess off. And I'll show you then I actually put a piece of Expando around it, similar to the way the engine sensors were, kind of as a strain relief and maybe protection. When water gets in it, it kind of gets diverted a little bit. Alright, this is the magic combination to tighten those bolts. So you got a long hex, 90-degree angle, not the one that's like less than 90, and 1/4-inch socket on it. Once you get them all hand tightened, or started I should say. The lower ones you have to do by feel. I'm going to take a look if that's ready. So, like I like to do, I squeezed a little on here. It's very still sticky. Put that on at 2. It's now 5, so it's 3 hours. I'll see if we can pull the tape off without making too much of it. Alright, I'm going to pass on that one because see the strings that it's leaving? They're going to be messy. They're a little more drying time. I can take off the other ones though. Just going to leave that one for now. One more sticker for sticker day. George finally figured out the mic issue, which was what, just a wire backwards or something silly?
Yeah, it was a wire backwards.
You know, we're getting near the end with less and less important stuff to do because this has been on my dreaded to-do list since I built the rudder 4 years ago. But getting around to it eventually, like the honey-do list. Another amazing day of playing with your airplane. How fortunate are we to be able to do this? Today was a sticky day, all right? We put stickers everywhere, plaques, stickers on the cowling, and stickers on the windshield trim, the bottom, the 2216, that came up nice. Then I went through and stuck these in, silicone these in. That was something I was kind of dreading, but it wasn't that bad. Bolted these on, these are good. Tied up all the wires, made everything tight, even up underneath here and where the heated pitot is. Lots of the little fuel hoses with the wire ties on them. I like that method. Put covering over the connectors here, the connectors there. Basically wire tied everything together that I could wire tie, and keep going through looking for bolts, making sure everything's torqued. And it's amazing, you keep finding stuff. Like I was like, what the hell happened here? Did I get sidetracked or somebody take it apart? So fix that tomorrow. I'm so tired. Good night. It was a long day. Been here since 9 o'clock in the morning. Now it's 8, but I've been goofing around the last hour or two, just I don't know, high on productivity, aviation productivity. But thank you for watching. Thank you for following along. You guys that always comment that like the videos really inspires us to keep doing it. Not sure what we're gonna do after this is done, but thank you and see ya. Wait, what am I doing? I just realized it's dark out. I gotta check, make sure the landing lights are aimed properly on the plane.